Hey there everyone, it's Lee from King Harvest Wellness. Now, living with pain or a chronic condition can feel like a battle that you're fighting all alone. And maybe you've tried everything, pills, therapies, promises, promises, promises. Still, relief is always just out of reach. What if there's an option that was natural and could change all this for you? At King Harvest Wellness, we believe in empowering you, the patient, with solutions that will work. So let's talk about FECO, full extract cannabis oil, and why it just might be the game changer that you've been searching for. So FECO is the full acronym, full extract cannabis oil. FECO is different because it will have all of the chemicals, plant compounds that are in its highest concentration from the flower of the cannabis bud. Different types of extraction processes are going to chemically separate and destroy the integrity of the medicine. It's going to be inert. Also, a lot of CBD is going to be spun into a centrifuge and is isolate, which is also going to be inferior. Isolate medicine is also inert as it's dead. It's made similarly to the way Western medicine and pharmaceuticals are, or the Western food production. If you separate everything out chemically, it's no longer alive. It's far less beneficial. So FECO is as close to the living representation of the plant itself. It's the most stimulating form. And so if you're looking to cure disease by stimulation of the endocannabinoid system and the CB1 and CB2 receptor stimulation, then FECO is going to give you the most superior chance of doing that. The highest results, highest chance of success comes from FECO. FECO is the flower-only cannabis oil and is very specific to medical application. You see it online all the time, right? THC destroys cancer. THCO, Rick Simpson oil, destroys cancer, and that's true. But so the entourage effect is more than just that. It's more than the destruction of the cancer process. It is the elimination of the underlying cause of the disease in the first place. So CBD is going to stimulate your system and reduce inflammation and restore your body's ability to manufacture the cellular blueprint as though you were young and perfectly again, not cancer. So THC is going to destroy the existing cancerous or mutated cells in your physiology. CBD is going to stop them being produced. So for the entourage effect, FECO is the best application. It will have the highest concentration of overall different types of cannabinoids, more stimulating, and it's going to give you the best chance for that exact experience. FECO will have direct effect on any inflammatory related illness. And so where it's easy to spot cancer, neurology, autoimmune related illness, cannabinoids are going to have a direct impact on those sections of critical illness because they are inarguably born from inflammation. So any inflammatory based illness is going to be directly impacted by FECO, and full extract cannabis oil, the acronym, it's going to have meaningful impact on both the inflammatory aspect of the underlying disease, which in most cases reverses the underlying process, and it gives patients the opportunity to experience what you're looking for. It's called NED, no evidence of original diagnosis or disease. And so whether you're talking about seizures or you're talking about different types of late stage cancers or autoimmune illness, if you're looking for NED, then FECO is going to be your best bet. Medical cannabis oil is going to stimulate your overall system. The reason why it's so good for everything is because you have a system on board already, and all it is going to do is reintroduce the software instructions that gives your body the ability to heal itself. That is why it is so effective. That is why it is a panacea. So specifically, anything that is related to inflammation, seizures, cancer, autoimmune, FECO is going to have direct and meaningful impact. It's going to be much greater chances of success rates than Western medicine. In all of those cases, you're looking at better than 6 in 10, better than 60 out of 100 odds of full reversal. NED.
Love it.
RSO is a THC-based oil, and that is focusing on killing cancer cells. So FECO, the similar thing, much the same. FECO is an elevated, more responsible, and i.e. mature form of RSO. It is a bespoke, elevated oil that is designed to target specific types of illness, specific types of cancers, and eliminate specific types of symptoms. And you start to see that you need more than just THC to do that. So in combination, if you include CBD and other cannabinoids that are in given this whole complete spectrum, then you're going to more completely stimulate your endocannabinoid system. RSO is wonderful. It can create safety issues because RSO is often made in a garage, it's made in a kitchen. Finding safe access really is very difficult. FECO is all the good things about RSO, done in a mature, repeatable, responsible, measured way, lab tested by a third party, and done in a responsible manner. Usually what King Harvest does is we'll administer medicine. So if a patient is looking for a way to try a miraculous new opportunity, but to be done in a responsible way, then King Harvest FECO will create a safe environment for that to be done, where patients can experience the miraculous symptom relief, the reversal of disease, all that for themselves in a much more responsible way. FECO is on the bleeding edge of medical technology, right? Just because we're very early, that means that we must be more responsible. We need to do it better. And, you know, frankly, if we're offering better options in Western medicine, we want to work with Western medicine, and we want to handle things more responsibly than Western medicine. FECO is a more responsible version of RSO, done in an elevated, mindful way that is specific to your disease, because you shouldn't have to wait to get better, and you shouldn't have to wait for science to catch up with what is really happening. FECO is super edibles, right? If you want deep, deep pain relief, really deep, like all the way at the bottom, couch lock, like the deepest high you've ever had in your whole life, then FECO is a safe alternative to morphine. Veterans with horrible pain management situations, a lot of opiates, a lot of oxy, a lot of Percocet, a lot of really bad stuff that creates a lot of other problems. FECO is stronger than morphine. So yes, FECO gets you high. It's wonderful. Don't smoke it. There's different forms of medical cannabis oil, like for dabbing and stuff like that. A lot of people get that confused. But does FECO get you high? Yeah, the highest. The highest.
For it to do its most amount of good.
If you like edibles and if you like being high, then FECO is your single most economical way to take medicine, and you have never felt anything like that. Wow. Yes.
I think that's the right answer.
FECO is not going to be dangerous at all. It's not a respiratory suppressant or a nervous system suppressant, so you cannot overdose. So there's no dangerous way to take FECO. But the best way to take FECO is orally. And also, if you're dealing with critical illness, then suppositories, really, you can get a lot of medicine, a lot of bang for the buck without being high. The best way to take FECO is basically dictated by you, depending on how high you want to be and how much relief you need from unwanted symptoms. And so you can take FECO as a suppository and there is no high whatsoever. You can take it as a topical and it'll be moderately high, and you can use it orally where it's just the super juice and you're gonna go to the moon. So depending on what you want out of your experience, if you're in pediatrics, geriatrics, most times don't want to get high. But if you are a veteran that lost a limb and you're having to choose between morphine and FECO taken orally, it's gonna get you out of the pain, get you in the room with feeling good, and get you back to living your life. Frankly, the best way to take the FECO is the way you need to take the FECO.
So it's really multifactorial.
It's going to be case by case.
Yeah,
right?
yep, yeah.
It really is. It really
Great.
is. Going to start coming in about 30 to 45 minutes. You're going to feel it right around an hour, 60 to 90 minutes. It's really setting in. We tell people 2 hours to achieve full effect. You're going to start feeling better in about 30 to 45 minutes. You're going to feel deeply better, a lot better in 60 to 90 minutes. And we tell people wait 2 full hours before you dose again, before you're sure that you have experienced the full effect. That's really the best way to handle it responsibly.
So you don't want to take more when you're not quite at the top of the roller coaster.
Well, the downside is that once you take, with edibles, once you take what you've taken, you can't untake it. And so it's going to last for 6 or 8 hours no matter how much you took. Flying the plane is easy, but we want to make sure you know how to fly the plane because flying can be uncomfortable if you didn't want to be flying.
Yeah.
So we go incrementally, we titrate people up slowly. We feel that's the most responsible way. But medicine's going to hit you like a ton of bricks in 90 minutes, and it's going to last for 6 to 8 hours. You can see how economical that could be if you're somebody that's dosing OxyContin, or if you're a veteran dealing with PTSD and that kind of thing. You can get a full FECO dose and you can go a full work day, or you can get a full night's sleep. It's wonderful.
That's great.
Hi everyone, this is Lee from King Harvest and kingharvest.org. I wanted to take a moment and thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe or click on one of the videos to your right. Further, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. You can also visit us at kingharvest.org. Thank you again, and happy healing.